Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's...
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
Are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Mecole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Mahomes going to throw. Looking for Wright, and he finds him. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Wright's got it.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's right.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now it's Mahomes again. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Brock Wright.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs get a bit closer.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Well, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Throwing, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Right back to him on 1st down. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Mahomes. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Does the big boy have the juice? Past the 20. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes.
He finds his man, Sky Moore.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this throw will be intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And again, it's Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman with career touchdown number 70.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this is back to a 5-point game.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They've done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
104 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, and he will go down. A Cowboy sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Fielded at about the 28. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Pollard is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
The loss of 1 brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. On second and goal, Prescott being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Joshua Williams in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Throw's going to be incomplete. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking for right, and he finds him. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, this has not been going the way that he thought prior to the game. Probably figured he'd be able to throw a few more downfield, but he's having to run around for his life back there. They've already gotten to him a number of times. They'll keep coming after him in the pass rush. My advice, shorter passes. Get the ball out of your hand.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the football, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
And down to the 41. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 41, Mahomes.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Moore, the man in motion. Throwing now is Mahomes. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, lead the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
This offense so far on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Prescott to throw on 4th. He finds his man complete. It's Morgan.
He's got room at the 30.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. They'll throw again. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Morgan. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Lamb gets the green light. He'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
146 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff as they run the counter play. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Now Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Foyesade American. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! From 13 yards out. And the Cowboys have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this
this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. And how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Got his man complete over the middle. That's right. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes flushed out right. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's got a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here we go on 4th down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, Prescott here to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Morgan. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Prescott on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they